conservative with it. First thing I'm going to do, I always start on the ISO side, the A side, pull out this little filter chamber here, close it off.
That just pries out?
Yeah, it's literally held in just by the pressure of the O-ring being in the there. See how hard that stuff gets just in the few minutes that we've been playing with it. It's already starting to solidify.
Okay.
It's still soft enough now that I can clean it, but if that goes hard, you're done, right? So I hose all that out. Then I take one of these. Oh, all these parts just drop into there so they can soak. This, take the O-rings out, the one on top, just wipe it off a little bit and then bury it in grease so it stays soft. Same with this one here. Pull it off, wipe it down a little bit, bury it in grease. I'll put more grease on there actually before we're done. And then this just has a screw that's you actually usually take out with your finger. Drop it in there. There's a spring and a ball. Both of those. Drop them in there and the main body. And then the ISO side, again, it gets hard so fast that I fill that port up with brake cleaner while I'm doing the other side, just so it's got something in there keeping it soft and wet. And then the color side isn't as big a rush, isn't as big a deal because it never hardens, right? And it's actually easier to clean. It just comes right off. It's basically the same process. Just put it in a different cup.
Oh, okay. You got a cup for each side.
Yeah, I always keep my A side over here and my B side over here. I actually used to have two different color cups, so I would never get them mixed up. But when I quit doing this full time, somebody changed it. Don't know why. And we'll put more grease on those in a little bit. All right. So the rest of this is basically just disassemble, and then I hose it down with brake cleaner, maybe scrub it a little bit, and then just store it in the NMP. And it can soak and break down any. Again, like when you put these on, you only put it on hand tight, right?
Tight, like an oil filter.
But yeah, you know, sometimes it still binds up a little bit. That's why it's cut this way, so you can break it loose with a bar.
Okay.
You know, it's literally just a slight, just enough that you can't do it with your fingers, right? So like this piece, I'll just hose it off a little bit. Drop it in there. Cone. Now this piece here, this is your mixing chamber, right?
Okay.
So the way you remove this is with a screw. Drops in that hole right there, and it threads in. And then you just keep threading it.
Oh, I get it.
And the chamber will pull itself out.
Yeah. The force of the threads.
Yep. And at some point, it'll kind of pop a little bit, and it'll be.
Yeah. Just like my brake drums.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly like your brake drums. Yep. And then I just usually take the bolt out while I'm there. And if you ever can't find this screw, the gun has one built into it.
Oh.
We just never use it because we don't want to lose that one.
Okay.
So this, there's a whole nother process for this, but we'll get to that in a minute. Right now, I just want to get all these parts in the chemical vat. That goes into a slot in there and then turns.
There's only one way it can go.
Yeah, well, it can actually spin in there,
Okay.
but there's a groove in it right here that lines up with a pin inside there, so it can only go together one way, yeah.
Yeah.
Again. I like to make sure that I blow out the ports in there. Before I throw it in there, then this just comes unscrewed. Again, everything's just hand tight. Okay, and that's basically it. This I will occasionally, and I'll do it right now just because, take the NMP and just kind of wipe it all over it. Not really scrubbing it in, I'm just kind of soaking it in it,
Yeah.
just because it helps it stay clean. And then I just let it sit like that. Don't do anything else with it. Let me grab it.